God bless you, social media. God bless you, Facebook Live. God bless you, whatever social media outlet we're uploading over there. I was just sitting here thinking today. I heard a story about how a hawk, being a bird of prey, can even, not exactly a hawk, what were they talking about in that? Crow, being a bird of prey, can jump on an eagle's back, crow, raven, whatever the bird may be. There are other birds of prey. And the eagle, while they're right on their back, while they have the other bird of prey right on their back trying to attack, the eagle doesn't take the other bird on head on. The eagle just keeps going higher to an elevation where the other bird can't breathe. Folks, look, you're going to have some haters. You're going to have people that try to throw shade on you. You're going to have people that try to minimize you. You could fight them head on. You can do an eye for an eye, which leads everybody. What's going on, Brother Troy? You can go eye for an eye, which leaves everybody blind. But just rise higher. Folks, you know what they said. You know they said it. You know they brought the mess. But every now and then, you got to let them say it, let them talk about you behind your back, and you keep rising higher. Folks, when you deal with all these folks who have to throw shade, I mean, here you are, as hard as you work, you still got folks throwing shade. You got folks hating. You got folks bringing a lie, taking a lie, bringing a bone, taking a bone. You just keep rising higher. The time that you take, if you're over 40, tussling with somebody, going back and forth with somebody, trying to beat them to the punch, hearing the he say, she say, they say, I heard, it's time that you can ill afford. It's not productive time. I know it gets you hot. I know you gritted your teeth. And I know you said in the mirror, if it's the last thing I do, I'm going to get him. It's the last thing I do, I'm going to get her. But all of those things don't keep you marching towards purpose. You got to rise higher. You got to keep flying. You got to keep soaring and let them call it. Let them name it. Let them say why you're doing it. And you can't really afford to fight their negative comments. Folks, if you want to be great in anything, just imagine LeBron James. Let's take on Bron's shoes. He's got billions, hundreds of millions of people that love him, but he probably has 100 million that hate him. Should he focus on all the folks that hate, all the folks that say that he's a crybaby, all the folks that say he's not done this, or do you focus on the people that adore you, the people that say that you're one of the greatest ever, the people that may say that you're the GOAT? Folks, look, you can't afford to give your time and weaken your game by paying attention to everybody that got some shade, everybody that wants to throw something. I got people even in business right now that they want to, that there's a certain amount of business success you get, and then people want to throw shade to undercut it. They smile in your face and they lie behind your back. They smile in your face and they hate behind your back. While they used to build you up, now they're explaining your success and they're bringing you down. But you got to keep rising higher. Everything, folks get attached to you, folks. And this is what I want to say. Folks get attached to you. And I know that was your ace, boom, coon, your roadie, your homie, your bestie, your girl, your boy, my guy. But after a while, everybody's not meant to keep traveling higher with you. Some were meant to go only 100 feet higher. And do you then have to make the decision, do I keep going higher or do I let them stop me to keep them? Folks, there are some folks in your life that you're trying to keep that you can ill afford to keep. Some people in your life will keep you from going higher. They'll be the weight. Folks, many times when a rocket ship goes higher, for the rocket to go higher, the rocket has to let off some weight. You're trying to go into your next level and you hadn't let off the next weight. Folks, you got to look. It may hurt. You may cry. The tear may come down. But you got to say, that was then. But I got to move towards my powerful now. Folks, you can't please everybody. You're going to have some folks that actually deliberately, they're going to want to separate you from your income, separate you from your position in the marketplace. They're going to want to separate you from the greatness that God has poured on your life. They're going to have a sidebar. They're going to say, yeah, but. Folks, look, that's the sign of a good hater. When people are talking about your exploits and how God has gifted you in a certain area, you always got that crew that say, yeah, but. They want to lessen and dampen your life. But folks, you can spend all your time trying to prove yourself to them, trying to trade an eye for an eye and everybody's blind, or you can keep rising higher. Folks, right now, there are people that have ulcers. There are people whose high blood pressure and hypertension is high, all because they're in this busy paying back game, the revenge game. I'm going to get them back. Folks, some of these folks, you got to lay aside the weight and keep moving higher. There are some folks that won't say anything nice about you. If you could spin straw in the gold, they're going to recognize this person, that person, this person, this person, and they'll never recognize you because they have some alt, they have some fault, they have some reason that they don't want to push you. Folks, do you let them hurt you or do you keep rising higher? One day you got to stand before God and give an assessment of the talents that he blessed you with. Will you be the one that say, I had this talent, I know you're a hard man, I kept the talent all to myself because every time I used the talent, somebody didn't like it, and I didn't like the attack. Folks, look, there's so many of us that come from a history of relatives, ancestors that had to overcome chattel slavery, that had to overcome Jim Crow, that had to overcome every possible demeaning human brutality in the world. And we're worried about somebody talking about us. We're going to be the generation that drops the torch because they're throwing shade. We're going to be, my granddad walked to work. He walked to work and came home at night. A whole different world then. You could do it, but he walked to work. So whereas he walked to work, I'm going to let somebody throwing shade make me drop the torch. I'm going to let somebody talking about me behind my back. Folks, the day that you need to worry is when they stop talking. Because anybody that's doing anything worthwhile, anybody that's doing anything of note, people are going to talk. The Bible even says, beware when all men speak well of you. That lets you know you're in a negative position, that you're not moving, you're not striving, you're not achieving, you're not running towards purpose. Folks, if you do anything right, somebody's going to have some shade to throw. Somebody's going to have a lie. Somebody's going to have a I heard, I told you, I heard, they say, he say, she say, all of that. And I'm telling you that it's incumbent that you got to be, look, folks, we're not in the sandbox anymore. We're not playing over the last shovel. We're not playing over the last bit of dirt. If you're 20 plus 10 and you're still worried about, or more, and you're still worried about who's talking about you, folks, look, they're going to talk until the cows come home. Your thing is to keep moving higher. Your thing is to keep striving. You got to walk in that beauty shop and you got to let them say all the stuff that you know that they say after you leave, and let them say it. I once went to a car wash. A guy had a successful hand car wash, and he'd be smiling at all of his customers, but everybody was scared to leave because once you left, he said, now let me tell you about this lady over here. And he talked about his customers like a dog once they left. So everybody's scared to leave because you know he's going to do you just like that. Folks, you got to let them talk, your car's clean, and move on. Let them have whatever sidebar, let them have whatever. You're playing for your mind in the day that we're living in, and we're living in perilous times. It's a mind thing, folks. You got to push towards purpose, and you got to keep rising higher. You can't concentrate on the negatives when God has put so many positives ahead of you. You got to keep rising higher. Be blessed. God bless you.